Hi everyone, welcome and thank you for joining us to find out more about England Hockey's talent development, a new way forward. My name is Will and I work in the England Hockey communications team. And joining me to tell us more about the plans for junior talent development in England and future opportunities for young players are Heather Williams, who is England and Great Britain Hockey's head of elite talent development, and lead talent development coaches Lisa Letchford and Mark Batesman. We know how important parents and guardians are to young players and how much work you do behind the scenes. So we want to keep you updated and provide you a little bit of information about why we are making these changes, what we are looking to do, and what it might mean for your children in the future. So first of all, Heather, I was just wondering if you could tell us a little bit about the plans and how they've come about, please.
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks, Will. I think firstly, lots and lots of people around the country are providing hockey for thousands of young people every week. And that's absolutely fantastic. We want to continue to grow those opportunities and really encourage more and more young children to play hockey. Alongside that, though, we really want to make sure that there's opportunities for those that are showing potential to progress to higher levels, that they get that opportunity to develop and really see how good they can be. Our current player pathway system has been in place for several years now, and that does an excellent job at creating a simple, well understood route for players to progress to each level. So starting off at county development, county academy, into performance centres, and then for a few onwards towards England age grade, and then into international hockey. However, essentially that's a filtering system which eliminates players at each stage. There isn't very much time to develop players to help them improve, and that's really quite limited. So in contrast, I expect that most of your children spend most of their hockey time in a school or a club environment. And it's in those places where the coaches get time to get to know your children and help them develop their hockey. So moving forward, we want to have a much greater focus on developing players. And instead of there being one route to progress, we want to create many different opportunities to progress using club, school, county hockey, and a combination of those different environments, which then really caters for lots of different players and different rates of progression. We don't want a selection decision early on in a player's journey to limit their future prospects. So the first formal selection point moving forward will be later. It will be more based on current potential rather than current performance, and it will be made over a much longer period of time. Now, there still will be a filtering, a funneling system to some degree, but that base will be wider and the system will be much less rigid. We intend to accredit talent centres in clubs, talent schools and county hockey environments and really see that as really like a kite mark, which helps parents like yourselves recognise which entities, which organisations are working closely with England Hockey and providing great talent development opportunities for young people. Once a child gets to sort of 15, 16-year-olds aged older, if they're highly skilled players, they're showing lots of potential and lots of aspiration to progress, firstly to international age grade and then later maybe onto international hockey, then they really need 3 to 4 high quality sessions of hockey per week, high intensity, opportunities to be stretched so that they can develop. The current Performance Centre programme really doesn't have enough time to do that. And that's why we're looking to develop talent academies in clubs. The club setting really provides a much more opportunity for a much more flexible system. So support and stretch at the right times and a chance to be more integrated with adult hockey. Now, all these changes we're making are designed to address one or more of 6 pillars which are in our new strategy. And each of those pillars is an area which we believe if we can make a change and have some impact can really improve the experience for young people in hockey. And then ultimately leading to a much greater depth and quality of talented young people within the sport and across the country.
Thank you, Heather. And yeah, it's great to hear why we are making some of the changes that we're making, and also the 6 pillars that we're focusing on. So thank you again. And moving on now to Lisa, in your role as lead talent coach for girls, I guess you must be pretty excited about the changes that are being made.
Yeah, really excited. It's a really interesting time for England hockey, and I think what Heather's alluded to with the 6 pillars and kind of our talent principles, they're really coming from current research. So it's a really amazing advancements in the area, and to be able to take some of that talent ID and talent development kind of academic research and actually put it into practice is definitely an exciting time to be a part of it. We know that talent is not, or talent development is definitely not linear. Kids don't progress at the same rate. We see that with different size of kids just in their physical maturation, but in lots of different ways that they don't follow this easy, nice linear line. And actually the new system, that's kind of the beauty of it, is that it's definitely more messy. And actually, whilst that can be a little bit daunting, it's really the best thing for all kids' progression. There's something that we use called the RARE principle, which has come from research. RARE stands for right athlete, right environment. And Heather's kind of told us about those different environments, whether it be in a school, whether it be in a club, whether it be in county hockey, where kids can progress their hockey and really develop their talents that they have in the sport. And we want to provide parents with some kind of key takeaways and some key information about how we would make those best decisions for our kids and with our kids. Obviously, they have to be part of that decision-making process. You know, is the best place for me to improve going to be with my school coach? Is it a combination of school and club, or actually is it mostly with my club because I don't get much school hockey? And really finding and understanding those right environments is kind of one of the key messages and principles that we're going to be utilizing. And I think if you kind of start to take those principles of a talent definitely not being a linear process and put it into this new system, it makes it a really exciting place to be a part of. So yeah, really looking forward to see what happens over the coming few years and trying to make this talent pool much broader and actually seeing these kids really progress in their hockey. That for me is super exciting.
Great, thank you, Lisa. And I think all of us can agree that it's definitely a very exciting time. And moving on now to Mark, I was just wondering if you could tell us what this all means for a young aspiring hockey player who is at the beginning of their journey.
Thanks, Will. It's essentially about trying to create a significant cultural shift, and the players will start to experience greater opportunities, multiple opportunities to enter the system, and at different times on a player's journey. And obviously this, compared to the current linear nature of the system, we feel that it will give more opportunities and will hopefully come from a broader pool of players. This, coupled with the improved coaching provision, so a greater focus on a depth of hockey knowledge, will allow players to not only enter multiple opportunities, but also we feel they'll be better prepared for this journey. And our vision is for all the entities involved to have a much better aligned vision towards the needs of the individual, whilst at the same time ensuring they create enough stretch points to generate a significant shift in ability and capacity within the players. And obviously this will only be achieved through a coordinated, intentional approach to putting the player at the centre of this journey.
That's great. Thanks, Mark. And it's been really useful once again to hear all about the upcoming changes. Throwing it back over to Heather now, I was just wondering if there was anything else that you would like to add.
Yeah, thanks, Will. Well, I hope that's given you a little bit of a flavour of our future planning and what we're thinking about in the future. It's a long-term strategy, and we're really just at the start of that journey. I guess just a couple of other things from me, just to explain a little bit more about the Talent Academy. We really see that the hub of a location, of a surrounding area. So head coach of the Talent Academy really looking around and working with all those entities that are in that locality to ensure that the most talented players in that locality, for whatever environment they're in, get an opportunity to be assessed and selected to that talent academy. And then once a group of players are selected, really working with whatever other hockey environments those players are in, to make sure that their own program is aligned and that they're not getting pulled in lots of different directions. So yeah, really see that the new talent academy both providing an excellent opportunity for the most potential players, but also having a positive impact on the surrounding area. I guess just one more thing from me, Will, as well, about next season. Next season will really be a transition from the current system, the current player pathway system, to the talent system. So there's no reason for these future changes to impact on the choices that players and parents make for the 21-22 season. There'll be more information coming out about that very soon through the current channels, through the player pathway system. And then longer term, more information about the talent system. There's information on our website in the talent strategy area. So yeah, I think that's about all from me. Just to say thanks ever so much for watching this video, and probably more importantly, thanks very much for the support you give to your children and allowing them, helping them to be involved in hockey.